I recently completed my trip from Quito, Ecuador, down to Northern Peru and back. It was a 2,400-mile ride, almost the distance from LA to New York City. This was meant to be a training trip for longer adventures, but honestly, it was an incredible experience on its own. There's too much to fit into one video, so this is part one, focusing on the Honda XR650L and my riding experience. I was lucky to travel with an experienced guide who helped with border crossings, improved my riding and navigation skills, and made the trip even more enjoyable. Riding in a new country isn't just about the road. It's about adapting, learning, and having the time of your life. Davos helped me achieve that goal. So, is the XR650L the right bike for the job? The XR650L is considered underpowered in the US, where most motorcycles are loaded with electronics to handle their insane power. But in South America, it's considered to be a beast. So much that at the dealership where I got a new chain, the staff asked for a group photo with the bike. Most local bikes are under 250cc, yet parts are surprisingly easy to find. When a mechanic dropped the bike while drilling to replace the tank bolts, which was $1.50 repair by the way, the right brake handle bent 90 degrees. One shop didn't have a replacement, but less than a kilometer away, I found plenty of them for $3. So what's the performance on the road of the XR650L? Stock, my XR650L handled 65 miles an hour fine, but let's be real, it wasn't exactly comfortable. Riding through the desert with brutal side winds, semi-trucks, and sandblasting me was miserable. There's no fairing, no windshield, just you and the elements. The bike leaned into side winds well, but the ride itself was deafening and exhausting. Unlike a Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Pro or a Goldwing, the XR650L is raw. If you're riding with someone on a faster, more powerful bike with wind protection, you need to discuss speed expectations in advance. Luckily, my riding partner was happy to slow down when I explained I was pretty much at my max at 65 miles an hour. He even made a game of it, pretending to nap on his bike while on cruise control, or handing me a cup of tea when he passed me. Choose your riding partners wisely and have these discussions before setting out. If you are a newer rider on a 125 Honda Trail and your partner is an experienced rider on a GSA 1300, make sure some ground rules are set and be open and upfront about the issue. Don't let speed be the pink elephant in the room. Night riding and visibility, a game changer. It's best to reach your destination by 6 p.m., but things happen. Impassable bridges, reroutes, unexpected delays. Riding at night means tackling tough terrain, unmarked obstacles, and dodging tuk-tuks with no lights on. Solution? First, avoid rever, and you also need better lighting. On this trip, I had a custom instrument tower made by Helmoto in Ecuador to be installed on my US bike. It features LED lighting for better night visibility, a large windshield for wind protection, auxiliary power plugs, USB, USB-C, and a cigarette lighter, and a mounting for a dedicated GPS unit. It's a sturdy aluminum construction. This setup should reduce fatigue, improve visibility, and make the bike look incredible. Not the main goal, but a nice bonus. There are certain modifications that matter. One is a louder horn. The stock beep beep isn't cutting it. A Stiebel Magnum horn will fix that. Handlebar risers and larger foot pegs. Standing on rough terrain was frequent and stock ergonomics were not ideal. Better pegs and risers equals improved comfort and control. A larger folding rear brake and shift lever is really almost a necessity. The stock ones are just too small. The 5.7-gallon tank is a no-brainer. You will not reach your destination with 2.8 gallons. The Moscow Reckless 80 luggage system worked flawlessly even without a rear rack, by the way. If you're using it without a rack, remove the tool bag mount. It can wear into the Moscow's foam. Not a big deal, but easy to avoid. Altitude and carburation. We rode from sea level to 4,000 meters. The XR is carbureted, but it handled altitude without rejetting. Sure, there was a little cool-sounding deceleration rumble, but performance remained solid. If I ever feel the need for more power, I'll buy an Africa Twin. But that's not happening. I rode trails on the XR that I would not have attempted on a larger bike like the Africa Twin. With my modifications, the XR will be the perfect compromise of highway versus trail capability. Initially, my goal was to ride the Pan American Highway, but here's the truth. It's straight, busy, polluted, and stressful the more south you go. Instead, I'm shifting my goal to riding from northern North America to southern South America, exploring mountains, coastal routes, and hidden gems, prioritizing scenic and challenging roads over just completing a route. This trip taught me that the best rides aren't about speed, they're about adventure and experience. So would I change the bike? No way. The XR650L isn't perfect. It struggles with high-speed highway travel, or at least I do while riding it. But in the mountains and rough terrain, it's the right tool for the job. With a windshield and improved lighting, it will be the perfect compromise of highway trail performance for my needs. This is part 1 of the journey. In the next video, I'll dive into gear successes and failures, what I learned about packing, and real-world travel lessons learned. Please drop a comment if you have any recommendations, and please consider subscribing if you like this content. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ride safe and keep exploring.